Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am back. It's your guy, Mr. G, at the Palace, Madden 21. Let's get it. Y'all know the vibe. Make sure y'all sub, comment, and share. Give y'all guys a quick update. We are in the last week of the regular season, about to get ready for the playoffs. My original team is the New York Giants. I changed their name and brought them over to Brooklyn. We are now Brooklyn Beats. I believe we have Oakland on the schedule. Let's get it. Love is love, all that good shit. You already know what it is. I ain't gonna hold you up. We're gonna jump right into this. Let's get it. 60 minutes, 8 minutes a quarter on all Madden. We're going to check these lineups, and we're going to do what we do. Pardon me. Las Vegas Raiders. I'm so used to saying Oakland. So I got a part of me on that one. Here we go. This is week 15 for the regular season. Let this thing load up. We're going to head out to the battlefield.
Today, from Brooklyn, New York, it's week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm going to show y'all guys the playoff picture as soon as the game is over. We have San Fran, first week bye. We also have the Denver Broncos on the first week bye. We are first in our division.
And the Las Vegas Raiders.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Brooklyn Beats.
Shepard last week, 1 touchdown, 5 receptions, and 80 yards.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Brooklyn ball club. They've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran
quarterback, and that's 28 touchdowns, 5 receptions, and over 3,000 yards passing.
To make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
First play of the game.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Malcolm Butler,
16 yards on the game's first.
We got time to a 1-year contract.
They've got good playmakers
at the free agent.
He
will be coming back next year.
Week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame.
Cover 9 zone.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second
Ryan with the tackle.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that
missed
same
that tackle.
mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be
too long in the pocket.
I think you're exactly
too long in the pocket.
The open man here, Renfro. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Second and 4.
A gain of 6 there on first.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 52 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Ready?
Josh Jacobs
with the opening possession.
7 on the year. And the
Baseball,
Raiders
6
drive
points.
right down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early,
We have a
and put a
timeout
touchdown on the
field.
board.
Brooklyn.
They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man.
James Jones, 35 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, over 3,000 yards
It's going to be a
passing.
whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section.
So let's get this running game established.
So we'll see.
Saquon
It's going to
Barkley,
be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who
one
gave
of the
what
best
game plan?
NFL
I think it's pretty
running
obvious,
back.
though. That'll help them win.
right now.
First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the
Last week, 14
27-yard
touches,
line.
73 yards, no touchdown.
These are his numbers from last week's contest.
Picked a
14
1 yard.
carries, 73 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their line. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this
Saquon
game.
picks the 1 yard, second and 9.
Each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Come on, he threw it off his back foot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Carr's pass Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
3rd and 2.
A couple yards short of the first.
Big
as the
down.
3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try to
Cover
keep the
6
defense
zone.
honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw with
I moved, too. I should have stayed right there.
Inside the 10. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal.
Shotgun now for Carr.
He's wide open.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Good hit.
The offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Watch the run.
On 2nd down now. It's
What a hit.
And he's going
God
to press
damn.
this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Big down.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown.
On the first 2 possessions of the game, Daniel Jones came out
on the
and he
road
threw
to
an
be able to
INT.
go into someone else's house and establish a start like that. Obviously, your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Get out of here with that bullshit.
Good positioning, and it's picked off. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
We got to get this ball back.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4
36.
yards to gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's a flag on me. I hit the quarterback.
To Renfro. And he's taken down inside the 30.
1st and foul. I seen that coming.
Well, this crowd is not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Get him.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs.
Good block.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL.
So that's the end of the first quarter. Sports. Raiders 14. Brooklyn Beach nothing. Daniel Jones 2 interceptions. 3rd and 1. Raiders got the ball.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is Carr.
Unbelievable.
Raiders.
All right, so we got some work to do, guys.
With his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments,
definitely got some work to do.
Making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player,
but
someone I can trust
down
with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 42-yard line.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up to the 47.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this.
Kareem Hunt
It's been a difficult
missed that
first half
tackle
for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game,
2nd and 11.
they need to start right now.
We lost
it's kind of
1
like
yard.
making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones.
Crazy blitz. But we got it.
This to Ingram is tight end.
The blitz is coming.
Dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on 3rd down. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes.
That was tough, but we got it.
Passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he'll take it into the end
Saquon
zone.
Barkley touchdown.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
Graham Gano on for the extra point.
That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf
7
tournament.
plays,
Shoot yourself
for
out
70
of the
yards.
tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Now the defense has to come out and do their job. We get this ball back.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
We're going to blitz on the first play.
Set to get this drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. being able to string together.
I don't know how the hell he got away, but okay.
Points. It's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense.
Now it's 3rd and 5.
They are clicking right now.
This is a big down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
You need to stop right here.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Watch the run.
Stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him
too long in the pocket. Get him.
There
Look at this shit.
And they passed him off to each defender.
And he will not get away from the pressure here.
That's what we needed. That was big.
Former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
So we got
And
pretty good field position
hands
with
first
3 minutes and 13 seconds left before the half.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. Matt Ryan with 1 touchdown pass thus far. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup.
6 or 5 yards. 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Let's go.
Taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Barkley.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now they try the right side here. And he stopped immediately there.
We got the 2-minute warning coming up.
No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 42-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10, going for it all.
Get him, boy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You gotta catch that.
I mean,
wide open. You gotta catch that.
Here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And a couple of yards as they
have another
from the 21
injury
to
on the
19.
field.
Now after the completion, we're going to get
So now it's a big down, 3rd and 8.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Operating from the gun, Jones toward the end zone, but that's
How'd you drop that?
Incomplete.
Unbelievable.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball
All right,
arrived, and I've got to tell you,
Let's go for this field goal.
You can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
We didn't get the touchdown, but we got the extra point. PAT.
So the drive stalls out inside
So we
the
put
15-yard line. But
3 points on the board.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when
We
they have
definitely
these types
take
of
that.
kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking
Bad
a field
kick.
goal from that distance,
Bad
just
kick.
give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
That's a bad kick.
All in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
So now we got to come out.
Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's
Smart
over 40
defense.
yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but it'll be second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 7.
Did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Came out and did their job.
Sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted
Ordered
to.
enough time to score.
Blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football. Forced to dump off to the back, and even then
we have 48 seconds left.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited.
He's wide open.
No catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times this is
Oh, man.
The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Jones. Looking for Shepard.
Ah, that's interception.
Oh, Jones is just
damn. He got hit. I tried to force it in there.
At their own 44-yard line.
That's his 3rd interception.
That's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are.
So now we got to come out once again
maybe for
and play some D.
After the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Get that.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get this one to Patrick. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro.
Raiders.
And that will get the lead up to 14.
Raiders 24, Beats 10.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board. Well done.
And now we are heading into halftime.
So we've come to halftime, and what's already
Brooklyn
a
is
2-touchdown game.
by
As
14
we'll send you
points.
down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find
Let's check
Jonathan Coachman.
some of the
bringing
halftime
our EA
scores.
Sports halftime report.
Around the league.
Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin in the NFC. Dallas paying a visit to Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front.
Atlanta
Julio
up
Jones,
7,
a touchdown reception.
12-7.
From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens
We
at
have
home
the
at
Lions
M&T
versus
Bank Stadium.
Baltimore.
And they have the lead
Baltimore's
in that one
up
over the visiting Lions.
21-0.
Devin Funchess, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins.
The Saints
and for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints
the
in that one.
Saints
Josh
up
Rosen has thrown a touchdown pass. In our game has been the play of Derek Carr that's led the way. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We need 7 points right here.
Focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We're not to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in it. And it erodes confidence
Barkley
in the offense.
now
And the defensive guys looking
in his
over and
zone.
saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Now Saquon Barkley, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
It's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage.
All we need is a first down.
They're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This ball complete, Jones to Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Barkley with a carry on first down, and he'll get about 4.
We have an injury timeout
forthcoming
on the field. Antonio Brown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. Well,
Can't play no games. We got to score.
He's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
Let's get it.
Overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory.
2nd and 18.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
All right, so now we got a new set of downs.
Sets up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4 down
Try to get this ball
No doubt
in the
about
end
it.
zone.
There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do.
Right up the middle. Touchdown.
The end zone for a touchdown.
That's what we needed. Opening drive in the second half with 6 points.
And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency
And now,
relaxed enough
we're right back in it.
Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
2nd and 5.
for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs.
That was a good play.
And they'll get
How
it
did we
just
play?
short of the 45 at the 44.
Ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple catch, but even with that completion,
picked up no gain on the play.
So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
3rd and 4.
4 yards the gain.
36.
It'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him.
You didn't get your first. For sure.
He is going to have the Raiders first down.
Oh, he just got it. Son of a bitch. Okay.
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Again, it's Carr finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's corralled.
He's killing us right now.
Getting it inside the 35. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Carr now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad.
Let's go blitz.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on second
This
down.
shit. Wide the fuck open.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he is
unbelievable.
in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
Hunter Renfro with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Decent.
That one for 8 plays,
pad your lead as
74
well at the
yards.
end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
They'll take over.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies
Daniel
here.
Jones
Move on.
with 3.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be. Exactly what you said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the run, it's Barkley. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. 2nd and 2.
Into the 3rd quarter,
Here in week
heading
15.
into the 4th. Down by 14
We'll
points.
return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 2, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be a little shy of 25 here at the 26-yard line.
You got to score quick. You can ball back, play some deep.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Let's go.
Pettis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him
We got a hell of a game, ladies and gentlemen. 6th place, 72 yards. We need a big stop here.
Trust factor in effect.
Set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get by, 1 from each conference. Who's peaking at the right time?
Did he catch that? Oh, he caught that.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That one hurt.
Hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Why did you play back?
On the swing pass. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
As you guys see, our defense, season rank, we are 1 in the league.
It's 3rd down.
Now this is a big down right
The
here.
Raiders on 3rd down.
We need this
They've
ball.
been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr again.
Oh yes, get him, boy. Get him, boy. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Get him, boy.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the
That
National
was
Football
big.
League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And no sweat, he puts it through.
We have come back in the second half to tie this ball game up after going down 21 to nothing
but then returning it to the end zone
in the first
for
quarter.
pick 6.
Set to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So with 5 minutes and 39 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
They will look to flush
Derek
the
Carr,
memory of that
228
pick 6
yards,
as we
2
now have a
touchdowns, and
brand
1
new
interception.
tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
We're going to go back to deep zone.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain.
2nd and
there.
7.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from it.
That's big. Let's go. That's the 2nd sack today.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a
He also got
3-4
signed to
you
a
don't
1-year
get
contract
because
as a
the
free
nose
agent.
tackle
He
who
will
got
be
the
back
sack, he's
next
usually
season.
responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
On third and long. It's Carr.
Too much time. Too much time.
Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me,
the man missed that tackle. But we got good field position. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. We don't have to rush it. All we got to do is take our time.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
2nd and 3.
7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line.
Reem Hunt up the middle. He also got signed to a 1-year contract.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
They were now
He will be coming back next year.
They brought out the heavy package.
We set it down. 1st and 10.
That defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Jones throwing on 1st down. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4.
Picked up 4 yards. We take that.
Convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run with Barkley. Room here to run.
That's what we needed. Let's go. We have an injury on the field.
It looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Barkley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads.
Now you know these guys are definitely coming right now. 2nd and 4.
No reason to lighten up now. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. This is Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that
and now it's 3rd and 4. Big down. All we need is a 1st.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Ah! That was ugly. He waited. He knew exactly where I was going.
At the 26-yard line. Now they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans.
Wow.
They were already in field goal range, but boom, interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points
now,
on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side.
Gets the ball back. Daniel Jones. Interception.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And just a short gain that time.
Now we got to try to push these guys back now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline
2-minute warning.
elite linebacker. And what that means is
Score tie.
his ability to read, react,
31-31.
make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carr. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put out
throw it away.
Clicks, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the 1st here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option. But as you also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. We got a minute and 27 seconds left.
Of 11 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks. And
let's go.
Get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play,
to the timeout.
Inbounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful.
All we got to do is get into field goal range.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it's going to be second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is
Oh, the blitz.
Can't get a throw.
Son of a bitch.
He's taken down.
That one hurt it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So now it's 3rd and 22.
Operating from the gun.
He's open. He's open. Let's go. Let's go.
The Raiders going to use one of their
That's
timeouts
what we needed.
as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Okay, so let's run this ball.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
Still got
as it comes with
one
exactly
timeout left
to go in the football game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Raiders use their last timeout.
Third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's a give to Barkley, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff to Barkley.
Get it. Take a timeout.
3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it.
3-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. I think I'm going to go for the 3rd and inches.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
I think I messed this up.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
I messed this up.
Barkley did not
Fuck.
get there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play.
All right, that's what we needed. What the hell was that? I don't know what just happened.
The Raider offense set to get this drive
I don't know
started.
what just happened just now. That was crazy.
Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward. Okay.
I'm guessing
go for it.
he must have
reward
fumbled the ball.
But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out.
Yeah,
Get to
I don't understand that one, guys. I don't know what happened.
See if they do just that.
But
teaching moment here. Overtime rules.
we're going to
Remind us
overtime.
How this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So a time
I don't know what happened there.
As the kick's away.
Bad kick.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Bad kick.
Lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Second and 9.
Face it now, the ones who are doing it best
take the 1 yard.
to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Have to win.
A good job defensively to hold that
5
to
touchdown.
4 yards, and now
3rd
it's
and
3rd
4.
down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here.
If they score, game is over.
Drive of overtime alive. From the gun, Carr able to find Waller. That's complete.
They got the first.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Get him. That's what we needed. Let's go.
And the ball drops incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score them.
Oh my fucking God. Are you serious?
Jonathan Abram picks it.
Are you serious? Just go ahead, man.
We'll see yet another drive in this overtime.
30-yard line.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards
2 minute warning.
Pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint in overtime.
Hell of a game, guys. We was down 21-0 in the first quarter. We came back despite Daniel Jones throwing, I believe, 4 interceptions. It might be 5. We tied the score 31-31. We went to overtime. We threw an interception. And there you have it. Raiders with a field goal. Final score 34-31. Great game. Unfortunately, we didn't get the W.
So for Las Vegas, they get back to 500 now as
So
the win moves them to
let's take a look at the quarterback stats.
And they'll have another road date next
Derek Carr,
week
254
with the
yards,
Miami Dolphins.
2
Meanwhile,
touchdowns.
for
Daniel
Brooklyn,
Jones,
they'll drop to
232
9-5
yards, 1
on the
touchdown.
year. And they'll try
But
to get back on track
5
next week
interceptions.
as they head to Dallas
Now,
to
I don't
take
know
on
what
the
happened.
Cowboys.
with the last play
That'll do it for
of the
us.
fourth quarter. I gave
Saquon
Barkley the ball,
and
and
he
must have fumbled. I don't know what happened, but the Raiders got the ball back. And as you see, they won in overtime. Other than that, guys, love is love. Y'all know the vibe. I'm your host, Mr. G. Make sure y'all sub, comment, and share. Till next time. Peace.